This is the story of how I became the best babysitter in the galaxy. I'm Gabby Duran.
So how are you guys feeling after this?
I'm feeling great. I feel like we've been kind of holding the biggest secret that now we finally get to show it to the world, which is amazing. We've been working on this just truly spectacular project for about a year, basically a year now, and it's crazy that now the world gets to see it.
What was your favorite part about working on the show?
Well, just like everybody, all the cast and the crew was so great, and I think even though we were in kind of a harsh environment, we all just kind of made it work.
We shot in Vancouver during the winter, so anybody who wasn't maybe used to show, or even if you were, sometimes it got really cold.
So I've done some things with kids before, but never to the extent that I work with them on this show, and just the energy that they bring and their incredible talent. When I reflect on when I was Callan's age or Kylie's age, I mean, I could never do what these kids do, and yeah, they're extraordinary. And they also, particularly with a comedy, everything's always fresh with kids, because stuff's always changing. It's always different. But yeah,
how much comes off the cuff and is added during the scene?
I love to sneak a little bit in there, and I often go to our creators, Mike and Joe and Gabe, and I go, in that episode, did you keep my line where I said this? And they're like, no, we cut that. So I try to add quite a few things, but I seldom get away with it. But there's a few little embellishments, like the choking in the pilot, and the Gabby stuff is kind of comes from me. But I try and sneak it in where I can.
Do you guys relate to your characters at all, like on a personal level? Is there things that you brought from your life into your characters?
Yeah, I mean, I know for Wesley, I brought a lot of me to him. Like, he's just sort of, I like to think of myself as, earnest and a true believer, and he sort of is that, he genuinely believes in everything that he thinks, and it's really great because he sort of beats to his own drum, and I think I do that too, and I mean, so does Gabby, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, well, I really relate to Gabby on a very personal level. Also, our style is very similar, and I think it's cool that I really get to feel so comfortable when I'm Gabby, because it's almost like I'm playing myself. And
I mean, I have to say, your style is amazing. Where do you draw your inspiration from?
A lot of 90s hip-hop, a lot of urban 90s era around that, but Gabby's super confident, and she's just really, I don't know, she likes to bend the rules a little bit, and I can relate to that a little bit, but I think it's cool that she's always herself no matter what, so.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I love that Dina is a go-getter. She is a single mom. She's still chasing after her dreams, and obviously that's why she moves her family to Havensburg, and I admire that. Honestly, for a woman to have her kids but still be chasing her dreams, I think it's a great example for her girls, so I feel like I can relate to that aspect of her, of just being a dreamer no matter what. What about you?
I think that Olivia is super caring, and she always is looking out for her family, and she's always worrying about Gabby. She's like, oh, why are you going out? What are you doing? Where are you? And I have an older sister, Pia, so her name is Pia, so I can kind of I'm like, oh, Pia, what are you doing?
Do you have a favorite memory from set or behind the scenes that maybe, the audience won't get to see that you guys...
Something that was cool with me and Max was, so for one of the episodes, we have to have this super long handshake. It has to be a minute long, and we're they're like, okay guys, you have
a long version and a short version.
They're like, you have 2 seconds to make this handshake, and we were like, okay, how are we gonna make a 1-minute handshake? But we did, and it's actually, we still remember it, and we made it.
Can we see it?
Want to see it?
Yeah, we want to see it.
Wait.
Let's just say
I am impressed. My favorite memory, honestly, the kids, they're all so funny and witty. So anytime you're on set, how they say, kids say the darndest things. I really love shooting the Christmas episode because, I guess I can't give too much away, but it was just so much fun, and we had everybody there, because obviously you're shooting different scenes, and that was the first time that we were all on set together. And we had so much fun, and just to have a holiday episode is kind of fun.
And they had the fake snow outside, so it felt kind of cozy.
And if there's anything you want people to take away from watching the show, what would that be for you?
Obviously, I love the theme of family, and but I think my favorite is the fact that Gabby accepts these aliens for who they are, right? And she's a little bit of a misfit, and she's always kind of messing up, but she always figures it out in the end, and it always comes from a place of like heart, and she's super caring. So just the fact that like everybody's different, you know, accept people for who they are. I love that.
What about you? What do you want kids to learn from your show?
I hope they realize that you should always, like, no matter who the person is, that you always accept them, you know, like, oh, you're a person, okay, like, hi, you know.
I think it's great that you kind of get to experience that fish out of water with Gabby, moving to a new town and finding her purpose, and then the same thing for the aliens who are now on Earth, and they're trying to find their way as well. So it's really cool that you get to experience this whole cast kind of doing different things and trying to find their way.
Yeah, and I think, just having that sense of you can sort of escape into this world and live with these guys, I think that's a really cool thing. And just laugh a little.
Yeah, for sure.
Have fun.